it's Teresa Shaver here with Toni Grates, director and owner of the Traveling Stage and Traveling Yoga, having a conversation about her business and how she's pivoted her business model. The word pivot is on every business owner's lips at this time because they have to relook at how they're doing business. Toni, I know that happened to you. You've even said that your superpower is resilience because you've had to flip your model upside down. And I think you even mentioned that you didn't even know what you were going to do in the first few days. Love to hear your story. Tell us a little bit about what the Traveling Stage does.
Thanks for having me, Teresa. I really appreciate it. So the Traveling Stage, we work with schools and we work with childcare centers, Montessori schools, private schools, bringing arts enrichment into schools and centers. We also have programs in the community. So essentially, we're out advocating for arts programming and bringing programming. So when this all went down, when the pandemic happened and schools started to shut down and childcare centers started to shut down, it was right before March break, which is one of our busiest times. We had something like 150 contracts that week.
Wow.
And one at a time, they just got canceled. And it's a very busy time. Of course, we have 75 teaching artists who work with us, and that was no work for them, no contracts for us. So very quickly, I had to figure out what we were going to do. In the first few days, I really didn't know because we don't have much of an online presence. We don't even have, our social media is not really a true representation of the customers we work with because we work with 36 school boards. And, that's not really represented on our social media. So I didn't know how we were going to do this, but I knew I had to do something.
And fast.
And really fast. So I let it sit with me for a few minutes, a few days, and then I just went with my gut. And I knew, okay, we can't reach our customers right now because our schools and our centers are closed, but we can reach our participants, our students, our kids. They're at home and they need arts and engagement more than ever because the beauty of arts is the ability to connect with community, with yourself, to express yourself. And we need that so badly.
Especially in these times because people are they're anxious and stressed out, but they actually don't know what they're anxious about. Or they know, but they don't know, and it's unsure, right?
Exactly. So how do we get to these kids who are in their houses and connect with them and help them make sense of what's going on around them? So essentially, we've moved our programming all to online. And now we're offering live online interactive arts programming. So we will Zoom into your house with a teacher and 10 students. It's been really cool to see. Sometimes we'll have a group where one kid's from Vancouver, one's from Halifax, one's from Winnipeg, and 5 are from Whitby. You never know. So they're also making friends with each other. And then we'll have a dance portion Zoom in from another city. And it's been really cool. It's been a really, really great experience.
Right.
And as you said yourself in a conversation we had, necessity is the mother of invention. And that is exactly what's happened.
Right.
Really.
And you had no clue. Well, no clue. You probably had no idea how to set this up. And this was never your business model. Yours was in the schools, go to the schools, have a contract with the school to deliver arts, drama, creativity, programming, right? And so the schools were your customer. And now the customers are the parents.
Exactly.
So how are you reaching the parents?
So we're reaching the parents through social media,
right?
And word of mouth.
Yeah.
We've offered some, free programs twice a week. We do live broadcasts. They don't cost anything. And so we have been able to connect with some of our childcare centers, which are shut down. And those directors are reaching out to families and extending, hey, check this broadcast out, gets the kids up and moving.
Right.
They need it. We need it too,
As parents, we need a break, right? Because here we are trying to homeschool, trying to provide activity, and trying to work.
Exactly.
One of my staff members, she works at the dining room table. Her husband's working in the basement, and the kids are upstairs trying to do their schooling, and then coming out for breaks, and going for lunch, and then I can see that the kids would benefit, and the mom would benefit, the mom and dad actually, from just having a bit of space, right?
Yes.
Emotional
So
space.
that's what happens. We've got our regular customers now, kids I would never have known before,
Right.
Kids who live in areas around Ontario that we don't normally work with.
Right.
And they set the kids up in the dining room or in the basement with the computer, with the iPad. And for 90 minutes, we are having a great time engaging. And the kids have been so responsive. They've been very thankful for the ability to have somewhere positive to escape to for 60 to 90 minutes and to
Right.
meet friends.
And I saw your prices as well. They're so reasonable, right? You said $12 for 60 minutes and $15 for 90 minutes.
Exactly,
That's
exactly. So these
amazing.
have been like drop-in programs.
Right.
So our next experiment, the next phase of this is going to roll out tomorrow,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a 6-week program.
Okay.
Because at the traveling stage, what we normally do is we work toward a final product.
Okay.
So we're going to try to do it online, and we're going to build a show online, and then the parents will observe our culminating task at the end. We'll have a virtual audience. It's a totally new world, but see, the magic about theater and art is you can actually feel. When you're doing drama or theater with a group of kids, you can feel the energy.
All
And I
right.
didn't know how that was going to translate online. But I will say, when you start to reconfigure your screen and you put all of the blocks of all the faces and you really start to connect and you see them connect, you can feel the energy. It takes a little getting used to online, but it is possible. It just, you have to approach the work in a different way, but it is possible.
It's so true. A couple of weeks ago, I actually attended as a judge a business pitch competition, right? So to me, again, it's just reconfiguring it, but I still feel that emotion and that connection is there, right?
Yes,
So this has been a great example of how you've pivoted and been resilient through this. I mean, I'm sure you're probably not making the profit you were making or the sales you were making, but I hope that this will continue to grow for you. And that what's so great about this model is you can serve parents all across Canada, any English speaking country that's interested in creativity for their children, right?
Yeah, we had our first family from Ohio last week. So we're sort of dipping into the US now too, which is great.
See?
And I wasn't planning this route, but I have to say, now that we're on it, I will definitely continue. It's a great new arm of the business. And, I have a sister who lives and teaches in China, and I've already spoken with her about, maybe this program would do well with schools in your area where kids are learning English.
Right.
We have lots of possibilities. And so when we do go back, and I do believe we'll be okay.
Yeah.
When we do go back to some of the stuff we were doing, we won't leave this piece behind. This is a really exciting new piece of, global programming that I'm excited about now.
I think it's wonderful. So I also see in your name that you have traveling yoga. Tell me a little bit about that. I don't get what
Yeah.
that. I don't think I've ever spoken to you about it.
So traveling stage, I started 18 years ago. So that's the dance, drama, and music portion of what we do. But then maybe about 10 years ago, I got certified as a yoga teacher. And I started thinking, what about yoga and mindfulness in the schools? So about 5 years ago, I started Traveling Yoga. It's the sister company to Traveling Stage. It's essentially the exact same model. It's just we do yoga and mindfulness as what we offer. So it's curriculum-based yoga and mindfulness. So how do you explore math using yoga? How do you explore literacy using yoga?
So tell me what you mean by that. Give me an example so I can have a picture painted in my head.
Yeah, absolutely. So for example, let's say there's a really great story called The Giving Tree. And it's a book that a lot of kids read in elementary school about this tree that it grows, and the young boy, he grows alongside the tree, and they have this relationship. So we'll read the book together and we'll talk about the themes of the book, and then we'll explore them. So we'll do tree pose and yoga, and we'll sort of do this journey of literacy meets yoga, where we'll do an entire yoga lesson built around the story. So we'll do some creative movement, some yoga poses, a visualization based on grounding of a tree, something like that. So we'll have like a whole class. Or math, we'll do partner yoga or group yoga based on addition and subtraction. So it's a great way to bring yoga into the classroom or into the centers. We do yoga for young children, and then the meditation, really it's about trying to find some calm, trying to connect with ourselves and connect with each other.
Right.
So it's been great. It's a similar program to Traveling Stage, except completely different content.
Right, right. I love that. So tell me, where can people find you?
So you can find us online at travelingstage.com or travelingyoga.ca. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook, and we've got a YouTube channel where you can see lots of free videos and lots of free content, lots of great stuff there. And you can reach out anytime. We just moved into a new building. April 1st, we're now located at the Four Corners in Whitby. So you can come by there and see us when we reopen. But we love to be in touch with the community, especially Durham, because I feel it's so important in Durham region to really advocate for the arts and keep the arts alive and keep them growing. And we have so many kids in this community and adults who want to be engaged through the arts. And I think in our community, we have lots of athletics, and that's really great. My sons are both hockey players, but I don't want us to forget about the arts.
I agree with you there. And I think arts is where you build that creativity and you build the ability to be innovative and to think outside of the box. You know, it's left brain, right brain, right? So I think, to me, we need both pieces to feel fulfilled as people, you know, as individuals. So I'm with you there. I think you need both.
It's not even about one day becoming a professional actor. It's about just becoming a creative, well-rounded person, you know? When you can think creatively, to give your child or yourself the gift of creativity, there is just nothing. You start to see solutions instead of obstacles, right? That's what creativity does for you.
It changes your mindset, I think, right? Because it shows you, as you learn and can come up with solutions, you learn your superpower, resilience. Right?
That's right.
You learn to be resilient, you bounce back, you're perhaps able to support and help other people. And you especially see that from a child, right? From really helping them to build resiliency is a skill that they will need for the rest of their lives. And what a great way to do it in a fun way, right?
That's true. And I want to thank you, Teresa. You have been offering such amazing programs and webinars and support. And we really do appreciate it, because us business owners, you know, it's a time of uncertainty, and it's always nice to have a friendly voice and some great programming to tune into.
Oh, thank you. It's not meant to be about me today. It's meant to be about you, but I thank you. And I'm really proud of how you've been able to pivot your business model. I'm going to do my best to support you and share this with everybody, because I think what a great way to share how you've been able to do that. And that, you know, there's still dance and drama can still happen online. And I'm sad it took a pandemic to pivot our businesses, but I think like, there will be a lot of opportunity out of this for so many businesses. And I think let's move away from the panic and let's start looking at what's opportunity.
Exactly. You don't want the fear to paralyze you. You got to keep moving, right? And sometimes you don't have all the answers. You just know where you need to walk toward, and the answers just sort of unfold. They just come as you start walking. But I don't think anybody has all the answers before they start moving. I don't think that's realistic, right?
So true, so true. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
No problem, Teresa. Thanks for your time, and we'll talk soon.
We will. So everybody, if you want to find out where Toni is, thetrappelingstage.com, go and check out their programming. It's really cool and fun, and what a great way to give yourself some time while your children enjoy some creativity.
Absolutely. Toddler to age 18, all ages.
Really? All the way to 18? I didn't know that.
Yeah, toddlers all the way to age 18.
Fantastic. Thank you.
No problem. We'll see you soon, Teresa.